Hello and welcome to another video for Minus Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is very, very old, very, very rare, very collectible, and now becoming quite difficult to find. We are looking at the 1965 release by Plastoid Ltd from their series of Dalek Badges. And when I say series, there was 2 Dalek Badges that they produced. And these are the 2 badges that we have in front of us. And one of them is a 3-inch Dalek, and one of them is a 1-inch Dalek. And they're all based on the Daleks that first appeared in the 1963 episode of Doctor Who entitled, the serial was entitled The Daleks, but the episode I think was entitled The Mutants. And that was their first appearance in Doctor Who, and they appeared, I think, with every single Doctor that had, or every Doctor incarnation has done battle with the Daleks at some point or other, right up to the 13th Doctor, where the Daleks appeared in her final episode, which was The Power of the Doctor. Don't think the 14th Doctor faced the Daleks, because it was only a very short second tenure for David Tennant as the Doctor, and as of yet I don't believe that Ncuti Gatwa has faced the Daleks, but he's only just become the Doctor. He's only done a year, so I'm sure at some point or other the Daleks will appear in his episodes. But anyway, let's get back to the point. These are the 2 badges in front of us. So you got the large version and you got the small version. So let's look at the large version first. So this is the bigger version of the 2. It is very hard, solid plastic, and it is all cut in the shape of the Dalek, and it is black with gold embossed plastic on the top. You can see you got the eyepiece, the sucker, and the gun. It says Dalek printed on the front there, and you've got the little spheres that go around the skirt of the body. On the back side, you've got the pin that holds it onto your shirt or your lapel or what have you, and it's just a little pin operated, just pops on, and there's a little hook underneath there that it locks into. Now on the bottom of the, I'll just add a little bit of light in here so we can read what that says. So it says BBC TV 1965 Plastoid Ltd and Plastoid Ltd Leicester. So that's what is printed on the back of the badge. I say badge. We do call it a badge or lapel badge or something. It's got to be a badge. So we're looking. Total, we're looking at 7 centimeters, which is a fraction under 3 inches. If we go from the bottom right to the top, yeah, so we're about 2 3/4 inches. This is, so it's not quite 3 inches. The widest point is going to be across the skirt at the bottom there. That's 4 centimeters, and the narrowest point will be across the head section there, which is 2 centimeters. And thick wise, it's not even half a centimetre. So we're looking at about 1/4 centimetre thick. But really nice basic design of a badge that have become incredibly collectible over the years, probably because of the age and the fact that they were produced in 1965 when the Daleks. Probably when I think that's just going to turn that light off because we get a flickering effect. I think they were produced when the first Dalek movie hit the screen. So I think they were produced to tie in with that movie going to the big screen, or the Daleks going to the big screen. So because they first appeared in 1963. So there we are. Anyway, and then they produced the smaller one. Now this is the rarest of the 2. I don't know why it's the rarest, whether it was smaller quantities that were produced, or whether it's just over a period of time there's a lot less of the smaller ones around or not. I don't know. But let's just have them size wise. So we're looking at 2.5 centimeters. And if we put that into inches, it is exactly 1 inch tall, as you can see there, exactly 1 inch. We'll measure across the skirt on this particular one. The widest point, about 1.5 centimeters, and the narrowest point is about 3/4 centimeter, and thickness wise it's about 2 millimeters, to about 3 millimeters to be precise. So it's quite a small badge. Again, you've got the same clasp on the back. It's just got a pin that just basically it comes. I don't want to force this because it's quite old and I don't want to break it at all, but it is a little bit bent. I do need to straighten that up. Let's just do that. Okay, so I have just straightened that up. It was a little bit squashed. I've just straightened it up, and there we can see the pin just pops out open the same as it does on the other one, and just hooks back into place just in the attachment there. Now again, we've got the same writing on here, and again I'm just going to put the light on so we can see it, and it's got BBC TV 1965 Plastoid Ltd Leicester, and that's the copyright information at the bottom there. A little bit difficult to read because it's very, very small, but otherwise, oops, I've dropped it. But otherwise, again, it's just a fantastic little Dalek, really, really nicely produced, and they just look absolutely superb. And for something that is so old, 1965, they are in absolutely superb condition. Trouble with these things, because of their rarity and their age, they have become very expensive over the last few years. They used to be able to pick these up relatively cheaply, but unfortunately now they're becoming harder and harder to find, and are now very expensive. How well did they do back in the day? Well, I'm guessing that there was an abundance of these produced and an abundance of them made. Plastoid never used to do things in small quantities, so they would have produced thousands and thousands of these badges, I would assume, just like they did on most of the items that they produced. So yeah, I'm sure they would have gone. They would have been sold very, very cheaply, and practically at the height of Dalekmania in 1965, these badges, I know, would have just flown off the shelf. Everybody would have had a Dalek badge. Every kid in the playground would have had a Dalek badge. Dalek merchandise was probably the biggest merchandise of that era, because of the such a hype, and Dalekmania was huge. Okay, that was then. Let's move forward to 2025 or 2024, where we are now, almost at 2025. So we're just under 60 years since these were produced. Do they come up for sale on the platforms? Yes, you do see them occasionally come up on platforms. You normally see them come up individually. So it'll either be the big one or the little one. More often you see the bigger one, which seems to be the more the readily available one. The smaller one you don't see them as often as you do the larger one. But on the platforms, they demand such huge amounts of money. So if you are looking for these badges, and you're looking on the platforms, just be a bit careful, and make sure you know whether you're going the big one or the smaller one. If the smaller one is priced too good to be true, it's not going to be the small one. You're going to get the big one, and vice versa. So that's basically the way they are. The small one is worth probably 3 times the amount of the large one. So yes, they do come up occasionally. Do be careful of the quality though, because you do see a lot of them on the thing where the pins are broken off the back, or there's no clasp on the back, or there's lots and lots of rubbing that's been gone. A lot of the gold paint has been removed, or is no longer there. So just be a bit careful on the platforms. Remember, they use stock photographs, a lot of them, so just be careful what you're actually buying. do click the use section and do look at the, or read the condition report before you order, so you're not disappointed. So many people are disappointed when they order from the platforms because they thought they were getting something they saw in a picture and turned out to be nothing like it. So, or alternatively, we at Midas Touch have managed to find quite a few of these sets of badges, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, where you know you're going to get quality and no rigmarole. And you can get to the Midas Touch website very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find these and many other vintage Doctor Who items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing these wonderful, wonderful old miniature Dalek badges with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.